Today in the Boot Guy, we are looking at the Soft Toe Hobart by Steel Blue Boots. Now, this style of boot, I am seeing more and more of it in the retail setting. I'm seeing a lot of stores putting in these pull-on boots on the wall. Mainly because there's a lot of people that are making this style of boot today, and also because it's a very comfortable style as a secondary pair of work shoes. Now you might think right off the bat, isn't that just an old Romeo or an old Boulder shoe? Yeah, all those names apply to this style of boot. But the new modern soles that they add to it, the new modern technology of building a boot like this, make them exceptionally comfortable, at the same time easy on and off, and just a nice way to have a backup pair of work shoes. Now let's start with the sole. Steel Blue's TPU Outsole, very soft, very forgiving, very nice on an all-day wear. But the one thing I never really get to do when I'm talking about soles is I never get to really show them to you guys in the true manner of which they're built. Steel Blue was kind enough to send me a sample of their soles. So let's start with his outsole tread pattern. Look at that. Nice, beautiful tread pattern. Just like you see there, this one's got the red, this one doesn't. It's a sample molding. I always say it's a heavy-duty skin on top of an injection polyurethane material, and there it is. There's that polyurethane material. Look how soft, pliable, bouncy this stuff is. Now, as it comes to abrasion, if you were to wear through the skin of the top layer, yeah, this isn't going to hold up long, but this top layer, this rubber skin, is going to be exceptionally durable because not only is it thick in the places it needs to be thick, but it's also engineered to take abrasion. I mean, look at that sole there. That's got 2 good months of wearing it, and I can't even tell that I wore it at all. I can't tell that I've put miles upon miles in these things because that sole is just really wearing well. Now the upper is a treated waterproof leather, and it's not 100% waterproof. It's not a membrane material, but the thing about it is it's such a beautiful handle leather that you can actually treat this thing all around the seams, all the way up to the elastic on the sides, and all through the front of the boot. The major places where you're gonna get soaked, where you're gonna step in water, you can treat that with mink oil, you can treat that with waterproofing spray. However you want to treat a black pair of shoes to make them waterproof, you can with these. Now Steel Blue also provided me with this beautiful cutaway. Now, if all the boot companies would do that, that'd be awesome, because then you guys would have better information about the boot. I'd be able to show better examples of the boot. This is a real nice touch, and I got to thank the guys at Steel Blue for sending me this stuff. Everything inside the boot is padded, and that boils down to the fit of the boot, because it is a very narrow fit right in here that you need to have something softer as you're breaking these in. And break-in period, it's almost non-existent. Though there is a little time there where you have to kind of form the boot to your foot, it's not like breaking in a heavy-duty pair of boots, a pair of loggers or something like that. It's just a matter of getting them warm and getting them soft and getting your big toe and little toe to sit where they belong inside the boot, and for this heel cup to just kind of sink up around your heel. Now, when it comes to sizing and fitting the Hobarts, well, it's kind of a tricky thing, especially when you think about it being a pull-on boot. So what you're really trying to size and fit out is your length and your width, and you want enough room inside there that when you have them on, that they're not flopping around and that you're not banging against the front of them. So it is kind of tricky, but it's not hard. It's just a matter of understanding your foot size. So what I would say is pick up your size in boots. Understand what the last 3 pairs of boots were that you bought, what size were they, what width were they, and make your decision based around that. Now, from a personal note about the comfort, I've been wearing them for 2 months. I am loving them. At first, I really didn't like it. I don't like the pull-on idea. I don't like this elastic and all that. But once you get used to wearing this, these have been my go-to boots. These are what I leave by the door. Before I put anything else on with laces or anything, I reach for these and I put these on. Now, if I was going to spend a day in a forest or a day on a real job site, this would not be my first choice. But if I was doing some residential work, if I was going in and out from the truck to the house, excellent boot for that. And that's why I see getting the full benefit out of the Hobart. Guys who are in service, HVAC, furniture delivery, appliance delivery, guys who got to go in and out of people's houses and they need to get their shoes off because, you know, every so often you get one of those clients who demands that you take your boots off. So rather than unlacing a pair of 8-inch boots, you just slide the Hobarts right off. Now the last point that I want to bring up from a personal standpoint is the getting them on and off. Now, at first, it's kind of a pain, but once you nail it, once you figure out how to get these things on your foot, you can get these on and off in a jiffy. Now, of course, it's just a matter of kicking them off, but figuring out how to get your finger through that back loop and how to just slide your foot where it belongs is a little tricky at first, but it does come. It becomes second nature, especially when you start wearing these more often. So that's the Hobart, the soft toe pull-on boot from Steel Blue Boots. Hey, if you're currently wearing a pair of these Hobarts, please comment below and let guys know what you think about the size and the fit. Also about the break-in period and what size did you buy and how did you come to the conclusion of what's the right size for a pair of pull-on boots like this. Hey, if you're interested in seeing a few detailed photos of the Hobart or if you want to see the cutaway that I have, I got some real detailed photos that show you just how deep the material comes up into the upper of the boot. Or if you want to see the inside of the sole, swing by thebootguy.com. I will have a full blog posting with all kinds of detailed photos of this boot. Hey, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. It really helps out. And remember, if you're on Instagram or Twitter, you can always follow me there. All week long, I find interesting, beautiful boots. I take pictures of them and I put them out there so we can have conversations about it. Hey, if you're about to buy your first pair of these Hobarts and you just got some questions about size and fit, if you just want to run a few ideas past me, feel free. Send me over an email. All right, until the next time, I'm the Boot Guy. Thanks a lot for watching.